am very sorry for the fact that I could not make you clear the CFA exam. Okay, because kahin na kahin the success that people achieve in a degree, we attribute the success majorly to the person and to us also, and even the failure got to be attributed in the same manner. So I think perhaps I could have done something better given your energy levels in terms of your achieving CFA. But if it did not happen, I'm really sorry to you, to your family, and it gives me just the impetus that nowadays those people who are doing CFA, a fresh Lawang should not be that way, repenting after 4-5 years that I was not able to clear the same. Okay. Hi, so we are here with Lawang Sharma, who is a student of Analyst Stack. Analyst Stack mein we have completed the financial modeling module, and in this module I very deeply went into PVR Inox. PVR Inox is a company which is very simple to understand and model because everything is so natural. Towards the end of the program, I asked students to give their inputs that if you were working in the finance department of PVR Inox, say from a CFO perspective, what would you do to make the cash flows of PVR more sustainable, to increase the cash flows? We know that PVR is an anti-Netflix trade. Everybody has shifted to OTT. Sometimes there are cycles of Dhurandhar type movies doing Dhurandhar, but otherwise the occupancy level stays low. So what should the firm do apart from other stuff that the firm has done? So ये question हमने float किया था, and we invited all the Analyst Stack participants to give their original view. When I say original view, it means आप AI को use कीजिए, Claude को, GPT को, Gemini को, you definitely use it. But at the same time, the output which is coming from there, you think about it, you think about how much that appeals you, and then you come out with the same. And there were many responses, around 200 of them responses. I think 200 plus responses थे. उनमें से मेरे को and अपने टीम को लवंग का response सबसे natural, सबसे genuine और सबसे to the point लगा. So we are here with Lawang, but one thing I would say that Lawang does not have access to primary research. वो primary research नहीं conduct किए PVR के ऊपर. Plus Lawang does not have access to PVR's management. तो PVR के management से उसका access नहीं है. Lawang does not have access to the expert network. So accordingly, whatever she speaks, you have to understand that जब कोई सबसे पहले कोई कंपनी को रिसर्च करना चालू करता है ना एकदम रॉ लेवल पे, तो बंदा क्या सोच सकता है? Okay, you cannot judge her based on नहीं ये ज़्यादा realistic नहीं है, ये realistic है. You have to judge her on the basis of the thought process and how did she think about it. So Lawang, before I go to the personal stuff which is very exciting कि Lawang का journey क्या है, I never knew that we met 2014 में and it is 2025. So where did the journey start and all, मैं उस personal part पे आऊँगा. But first we crack the brainy part, as in those who are really wanting to know that ऐसा क्या question था और आपने क्या जवाब और कैसे दिया था. Okay, how much AI you used and all that stuff. तो आप PVR Inox के बारे में please बताओ, what was the question and what was your answer in brief? Yes, please.
So yes, when I read the questions for PVR Inox, I had already attended the classes with Sanjay Sir, which made me think about a lot of points while he was teaching. Like while sir you taught us, you told us about how FOCO model can be good and cannot be good while taking our projections, how 4700 BC was sold to Marico and why that was not a decision that which they should have taken then. So these questions were there in my mind which were unanswered, and while I read the question of the quiz, I was like, this is the best time for me to deep dive and share the answers with you. So the questions which I had during the analysis were how PVR management is focusing on expanding towards FOCO and how that can turn out to be a blessing and turn out to be a disaster for them. And second of all, how 4700 BC which was sold, was that a good decision? So I came out with this analysis that no, 4700 BC was not a good decision which they sold out, because PVR Inox का revenue दो तीन चीज़ों पे dependent होता है. आपका occupancy because of the good movie, good content, जो बहुत कम बार आता है, हर बार नहीं आता है वो चीज़. और second आपका food, क्योंकि आप अगर मूवी हॉल्स में जा रहे हो तो आप अच्छा खाना, अच्छा फूड ये सब प्रेफर करते हो. तो जिस चीज़ पे आपकी डिपेंडेबिलिटी, आप उसी को फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो बेच दिए हो, और सेकंड आप बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट हो कंटेंट पे, अच्छा कंटेंट पे. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि इस साल जो मूवी रिलीजेस हो रही है वो नहीं अच्छा करे. देन व्हाट? देन PVR Inox इज अगेन इन डॉल्ड्रम्स. आप जो एक्सपेंशन कर रहे हो उसमें भी आप फंस जाओगे. तो आई थॉट इट टू बी इन दैट मैनर. मतलब सर का जो क्वेश्चन था उसमें इट मेड मी डेल्व डीपर इनटू क्यों ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है और इस चीज़ को कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सो आई केम आउट विद 2-3 पॉइंटर्स दैट दे शुड फोकस ऑन फूड एक्सपेंशन स्ट्रैटेजीज, क्योंकि ऑक्यूपेंसी भी लो है, कंटेंट भी अच्छा नहीं आ रहा है. तो आप फूड को अच्छा रखोगे तो उस चीज़ से आप मे बी गेन कर सकते हो ट्रैक्शन, इवन इफ द कंटेंट इज नॉट दैट ग्रेट. सेकेंड, आप वाई Netflix is growing despite PVR being there. So Netflix का क्या हो रहा है कि Netflix में कंटेंट बहुत बढ़ रहा है और PVR में सिर्फ ब्लॉकबस्टर हिट्स आ रही है, जो धुरंधर आया अभी. तो PVR Inox should capitalize on what Netflix is doing right now, क्योंकि Netflix में ऐसा कंटेंट भी जाता है जो लो बजट रहता है. तो आई फील कि PVR Inox should have that kind of content in its platform. Why not build on that and एक्सप्लोर दो स्ट्रैटेजीज. सेकेंड ऑफ ऑल, जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट स्पेंड्स के थ्रू वो अपने एड स्पेंड्स के थ्रू जो वो रेवेन्यू अर्न करता है, फॉर दैट ऑल्सो एनालिस्ट स्टैक प्रोग्राम वी एनालाइज्ड कि एड स्पेंड्स कितना हो रहा है और कितना अर्निंग हो रहा है. वो सर ने पूरा डेल्व डीपर किया था बाय टॉकिंग टू द इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट. तो उससे भी मेरे को लगा कि हाँ, एडवर्टाइजमेंट स्पेंड्स इन लोग के लिए बहुत एक मेजर स्पेंड है. और आजकल और भी बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जिसको हम राइटली एडवर्टाइज नहीं करते हैं. बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स हैं यहाँ पे, इनफैक्ट सिर्फ एडवर्टाइजमेंट स्पेंड्स उसके टुवर्ड्स हो रहे हैं जो लोग मेजर बिग प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरीज है. तो आई थॉट कि वाई नॉट कैपिटलाइज ऑन दैट एंड ग्रो योर रेवेन्यू. तो जो लूप होल्स थे उसको एनालाइज करके फिर मैंने ये आंसर दिया था. तो ये ऐसा था कि सर ने वो क्वेश्चंस वाइल डूइंग द एनालिसिस बताया था और हमारे क्विज के थ्रू वो क्वेश्चन सारे आंसर हो गए. So I just followed that approach.
But how much of AI did you use?
Sir, I used a lot of AI for this because the questions which I had, I started questioning AI about that. Ki, am I thinking on the right track? If the management is saying that they are following FOCO model, so are they following the right track or following the FOCO model? So whatever answers they did, whatever answers they shared, I again stress tested that and then I came up with a conclusion.
Take it. So now I'll just ask you a few questions. What is the formula for return on capital employed?
EBIT
Divided by capital employed.
हाँ, capital employed, which is total current assets minus current liabilities.
ठीक है ना? तो EBIT divided by capital employed, that is ROCE. The point is that तुमको FOCO model का logic क्या देना? Why are they going to the FOCO model? It's correct or incorrect, let it be. But according to them, why are they going to the FOCO model?
सर, क्योंकि उन लोगों को केपेक्स नहीं करना पड़ेगा. उसमें फ्रेंचाइजी ओन्ड कंपनी ऑपरेटेड मॉडल है. तो उसमें क्या होगा कि उन लोगों को इनिशियल केपेक्स नहीं करना पड़ेगा. उन लोगों को क्या है कि वो मूवी रिलीज होगी, उससे रेवेन्यू आएगा और उससे वो लोग अर्न कर लेंगे, परसेंटेज मिलेगा.
तो नीचे कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड जो है वो नहीं बढ़ेगा और ऊपर अर्निंग बढ़ेगा. तो इससे ROCE बढ़ेगा. तो मे बी दे विल बी एबल टू अर्न मोर देन द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. कोई भी एसेट हैवी बिजनेस में जहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है उसमें ROCE का ही चिंता होता रहता है. बिकॉज ग्रोथ का क्या करेंगे, ग्रोथ हर्ट्स. ठीक है, दैट वाज द लॉजिक ऑफ देयर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स एसेट लाइट एंड FOCO मॉडल. एंड ऑफ कोर्स स्टिल द मेन प्रॉब्लम रिमेन्स द cyclicality and the OTT slate and all that. Anyways,
Too much dependent on the content.
correct. Now tell me something. I will briefly, or you only, if you can summarize in short what has been your journey so far so that people can understand the context with which I'll ask you further questions. Please share your journey.
So sir, my professional journey. So yes, I completed my graduation in 2015 from GD Birla Institute. during my graduation, I had joined CFA course, and I was preparing for CFA L1 exams along with my college exams. So, sir, I could not complete my CFA L1 for the first time, and I came and met you, and you made me sit and asked me questions about which segment I'm facing issues on. So you tried to test that, and you understood that FRA and quants are the sections which I am lagging behind, and you told me to attend the classes again. I still attended the classes, and I think that I still lagged in that journey of CFA. I gave the CFA exam 3 times and I could not clear that. Okay. Post that, I joined an online course for learning about equity research. So there I did equity research for 6 months because I had a lot of nag to know about equity research, how it is done right from class 12. So I did that. I got a job from Mumbai in NetScribes, but I was not allowed to go out because I had to do my job in Kolkata only. So I stayed here. Post that, I thought to join a course wherein I would get job immediately. So I joined postgraduate diploma with St. Xavier's College. And what happened, it was 2020, and they said that because of COVID, we are not doing any placements. So that is why I was left behind. Then I did not give up then also. I searched for jobs and I joined internship with Stockage as an equity research intern in October 2020. Post 3 months, before 3 months only, I got the job offer for full-time equity research analyst from January. So my journey started there, and I learned what I wanted to learn at Stockage right from October 2020 till October 2025. Post that, I wanted some break from the work, so I took 2-3 months break, and then I started applying again, and I started working at Redon, which is more on the content and research side also. So I started working there. One key takeaway from my professional journey is that I knew there was a gap in my learning, what I had learned for 5 years, and that was financial modeling. So I feel Analyst Stack course came as a blessing in disguise in my life, and because, sir, it was you, and it contained everything right from the start. AI, industry experts say, sector learning, and everything about financial modeling. So I was like, I don't have to think second time, and I will just do it. So I made it a plan that I want to learn this from you and make the most out of it.
But believe me, I am surprised when you were working at StockEdge and you were coming out with research reports over there. So isn't it that you had some idea of financial modeling at that time?
Sir, we had idea about financial modeling, but we did not do financial modeling in Excel or build those models and do it, because sir was covering most part of the valuation. He said कि आप लोग सिर्फ research दो मुझे पूरा अच्छे से करके, आप लोग projections निकालो, क्योंकि आप research कर रहे हो तो आप ही projections निकालोगे, revenue, EBITDA, margin, PAT का. Tell me the reason behind all those projections. कैसे निकाल रहे हो price into volume? वही जो हम process follow कर रहे हैं Analyst Stack. So he told us to do all of that, but valuation जो price होता है, जो एक प्राइस पॉइंट पे जिस पे हमें बाय करना है, वो सर ही निकालते थे. तो we were not doing that.
And 3 statement modeling you were not doing?
No sir, I was not doing it.
Understood. So the good thing is that whichever companies you were covering in your stockage, there you were understanding the story of those companies, you were understanding what drives those companies, and you were trying to come out with why should the company have such growth rate or such margins. And then your senior, your sir, the reporting person, he used to then apply his brain, aggregating your thoughts and then convert it into a model. Correct? So ऐसा नहीं हुआ उस समय कि आपको फील हुआ कि आपको फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट मॉडलिंग सीख लेना चाहिए?
सर ऐसा हुआ था, बट फिर क्या था ना कि बहुत सारे और वर्क थे. जैसे मेरे पास 25 to 30 ऑलरेडी था, और मेरे जो जूनियर्स थे उनके पास 20 कंपनीज थे, तो मेरे को उनका रिव्यू भी करना रहता था.
तो स्पेस नहीं था
सर, और कॉन कॉल्स भी हर क्वार्टर आ जाते थे, तो उसका पूरा 350-400 कॉन कॉल्स हम कवर करते थे. तो सर उसमें क्या होता था कि वो पब्लिशिंग फाइनल मैं ही रिव्यू करके पब्लिश करती थी, क्योंकि जब मैं अपनी इंटर्नशिप प्रोसेस में थी तब मैं 65 कंपनीज कवर कर ली थी इन 3 months. तो सर वाज लाइक कि शी कैन डू इट. तो सर ने मुझे ही वो वाला रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे दिया था, और सर एकदम भी बैंडविड्थ ही नहीं बचता था कि सीखूं.
ठीक है, पर जैसे अगर जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ योर इंटरेस्ट थ्रू आउट 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, you must have been hearing about this term financial modeling.
Sir, yeah, I used to hear, but I never knew that it is so important for analyzing a company, or it is so important to that to be there in your analysis.
Okay.
So we did attribution analysis. We had all the financials prepared. We used to cover it every quarter. We used to analyze it every quarter, but we never made projections out of the 3-statement model which you are talking about.
Okay. And ये जो अपने AI को use किए हैं financial modeling में in terms of feeding everything on notebook LM, and then so have you understood that stuff, and do you think कोई भी company अब होगी तो आप उस तरह से उसको कर पाओगे?
Ji sir, absolutely.
You have hands-on, you have done.
Yeah, I have.
Have you also been doing some support sessions of Analyst Stack?
Sir, I have not been able to do the support sessions, hands-on session because of my office working hours. So I am not able to do that, but I know how you have been doing it while you teach during Saturdays and Sundays. So that has not been a problem for me.
Okay. And Analyst Stack program में on altogether we have covered like 5 companies.
Yeah.
PVR Inox को तो एकदम टाइम बिता के बिताए हैं, and the other 4 companies like IHCL, Indigo, then Ultratech Cement and Urban. So in that case, those companies where we did not A to Z spend 10 classes but gave you the overall profiling and shared the model with you, genuinely did you get the time to actually go through their model and study the same?
Sir, not a lot of time I have spent on it, but while I attended classes and side by side viewed the model which it was shared with us, it was very helpful. Yeah, I could understand that because sir, I have already seen how the industry works, why we take those assumptions. So while it was shared with us with the model, it was clear to me that why we are doing that. So yeah.
So this week investing is starting. And this time, all the industry participants, they will come, yes, the professionals. So you must be looking forward to it.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I am wholeheartedly looking forward to it.
Saturday, Sunday, you have an off in the office?
No, sir, Saturday is not off, but usually I take off to do the sessions only, for the sessions, because I'm too excited to attend what new will be taught and what I'll take away from that session, because every session is a takeaway for me, every session. And sir, I'm not just saying it.
Genuinely speaking, tell me, what is the biggest pain in your academic life?
Not being able to achieve the CFA charter.
Degree.
Yeah.
Degree is the biggest pain. The fact that you don't have a degree. If you would have done completed CFA, you think that your personal confidence would have been very high, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, your acceptability everywhere would have been very high.
Yes, sir. Absolutely agreed.
In the other room when we were discussing, you were talking about a friend of yours, and she has completed CFA.
And FRM, right, with you.
And she started along with you?
No, sir. She joined after, I think, 7-8 months after I joined Stockage.
Okay, if she's watching the video, would you like to say a hi to her? What's her name?
Hi, Radhika Ganiriwal.
Okay, so she has completed CFA, FRM both?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And she's presently working in Hyderabad?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The fact that you have this pain that you did not get the CFA charter, okay, but do you genuinely feel that those who are doing CFA, okay, or who have done CFA or maybe completed CFA level 2, maybe they were a part of your team at Stockage or elsewhere in your social community, do you think that your knowledge level, how do you rate your knowledge level compared to them, in general?
Sir, towards that I have a different opinion. Means I would not want to rate myself, because I think that's too early for me to rate myself on that, sir. So apologies for that. But sir, I do feel that if you have a nag to learn, which I feel ki CFA professionals do have and they don't have. So if you have the knack to learn, then even if without a degree, you would be able to get there. And there are some professionals who don't have an knack to learn, but they are CFA and they still get there. So it's all about your how much you want to utilize your mind muscle towards what you want to achieve.
So by that standards, I think you have the knack to learn. So I would at least want that in this small meeting which I've had with you, may I request you to just give away this pain of the fact that you don't have the CFA charter and start thinking about the fact that your last 5-7 years has been very productively utilized. Okay, maybe as a result of the degree, this could have taken you far ahead up till now.
Yes.
But because of the lack of degree, it has just slowed down your progress. But do not keep it in your mind a lot in terms of those who have done great in capital markets. Many of them are not professionally qualified. So I would like to tell you that please try to rethink about it, and then you have all positivity in life. And once your cash flows, what you earn, they become very stable and you have less stresses, you may, for example, want to complete the CFA sometimes later. Okay, because people do start later.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
people are doing it in their 40s and all that. So just forget about that CFA degree per se and focus on this thing, because I think the energy with which you are doing the program, Analyst Stack, this is stupendous and this can take you to great heights. And how much active are you on in terms of LinkedIn and all that? How much active?
Sir, not very active.
So this is one thing that is lacking, because one thing is to know, the other is to show. If these two are not combined together, your career cannot progress ahead. Those people who do not know and they just show, that is outright fraud. Those people who know and they do not show, they tend to always repent the fact that I have this, still I have not been taken. So you have to know and you have to show. Now what do you have to show? There was a movie, ABCD, I think. Anybody can dance, if you remember, in which he was saying, don't dance to impress, dance to express. Correct.
Okay.
So when you go on LinkedIn, do not go on LinkedIn to impress.
Okay.
Go on LinkedIn to express, irrespective of how the audience will take it to be. Understood? Express what? तुमने जो भी लर्न किया, ठीक है, कोई कहीं पे भी कुछ लर्न किया तुमने, तुम उसका एक्सप्रेशन कर रहे हो लिंक्डइन में. इफ यू आर एक्सप्रेसिंग द सेम, यू हैव नो pressures at all कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे, because you are not sitting there to impress anybody ना. It is just a window for you to express your thoughts. Okay, Analyst Stack will give you ample opportunity to do so. In fact, every session, every write-up, you read Urban, you read Ultratech Cement, and you find that will come.
Yes.
And right now we are going to open the capstone project. Okay, that is going to be announced, I think today or tomorrow, in which there are a choice of 4 companies: Nestle, Maruti, Jubilant Food, or Eternal, Zomato. Out of the 4 companies, you have to choose one. Of course, you can do 2 or 3 also. And you have to prepare a full 3-statement model, which is resilient, which is logical, which is linked, okay, where the assumptions are rock solid, which you can defend, and which is having a story and a presentation. Okay, so that capstone project is starting. And we have not guaranteed or promised any employment opportunities in Analyst Stack so far, but we know what we are up to. At least those people who are damn sincere and who are doing a good job in terms of financial modeling. There are so many firms, buy side and sell side, who are waiting to hire them, who are always asking us कि कोई बढ़िया हो तो बताइएगा, पर बढ़िया हो तो सही. Understood? So out of these 4 companies, maybe when you said 65 companies I had covered, okay, at least Maruti, because auto engineering,
Yes,
you must have spent a lot of time. So get after it and prepare a very comprehensive, nice financial model, so that there could be a scope wherein I get a second opportunity to sit with you, discussing with you that model.
Yes, sir. I would aspire to do that.
Yeah. And I, on camera, in front of the audience, am very sorry for the fact that I could not make you clear the CFA exam. Okay, because kahin na kahin the success that people achieve in a degree, we attribute the success majorly to the person and to us also, and even the failure got to be attributed in the same manner. So I think perhaps I could have done something better given your energy levels in terms of your achieving CFA. But if it did not happen, I'm really sorry to you, to your family, and it gives me just the impetus that nowadays those people who are doing CFA, a fresh Lawang should not be that way, repenting after 4-5 years that I was not able to clear the same. Okay.
Sir, it was not because of you. Because you did everything that was required for me to clear. I remember you messaging me ki attend the classes and attend it aggressively, solve a lot of questions and everything. Sir, maybe it was my luck and it was my deficiency in some manner or the other that I did not do it. But sir, I am very happy and very grateful to God that I joined Stockage and I could learn so many things which I wanted to. I got that
Through this particular video, I would also like to thank Stockage. Okay, Vivek ji, Vivek. In fact, we did our graduation together only, but we have not been able to be friends, or because we never contacted.
Okay.
1 or 2 times we have talked, but I think he's doing a fabulous job in Calcutta, a city where so many people tend to leave and just export out. So he's been there to ensure that some of the kids are able to get practical exposure over here. Okay, so that's thanks from my side to Stockage and to Vivek.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so with this, we come to an end of this small session. It was a personal small session, and as I said at the beginning, that I am not sitting with a 10-year, 20-year experienced, equity research analyst or fund manager who has access to primary research or PVR management or expert network, and you can't judge on that basis. You have to judge on the basis of the fact that somebody tries to focus on the controllables कि मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, क्या मेरे को सिखाया गया है, उससे मैं क्या AI का help ले सकती हूँ, and if this be the attitude, in that case, sky is the limit. Okay, so thanks a lot to all of you for listening to this conversation. Okay, I was very happy to meet you.
Thank you, sir. Same over here. Thank you, sir.